The NBA play-in is officially here, and we have 4 matchups that will be previewed, including the one that's highlighted the most between the Cleveland Cavaliers versus the Brooklyn Nets. And starting off with that matchup, it will be emphasized on what will happen in Ben Simmons' return. So the initial reports were that Ben Simmons was planning on returning in the play-in tournament, but head coach Steve Nash immediately ruled that out. However, there's still a chance if the Brooklyn Nets advance to the playoffs and play in the first round, there is still a possibility Ben Simmons will return. He still is recovering from that back injury he suffered, and this happened after he got traded from Philly. He received some medical attention after he got hurt in practice. So no Ben Simmons in this matchup, whereas Cleveland, they will be without Jared Allen. He's still recovering from that fractured finger, and he's a big key to this team, especially on defense with the impact that he has being a rim protector. And on offense, he's a reliability, especially in a pick and roll involving Darius Garland, whereas the duo has a lot of success between the two. So no Jared Allen for the Cavs. They have been struggling over the past month without him, whereas Brooklyn, no Ben Simmons. However, they are going to get Goran Dragic back after he tested positive for COVID, and Seth Curry, he's coming off an ankle injury. He is expected to play as well. And they are the favorites to win this game, especially having Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving on their side, more experience overall. And overall, the Cavs are significantly worse without Jared Allen. So in the end, I predict Brooklyn will advance to the next round. So whoever loses this game will face the Hawks or the Hornets, depending on who wins in that matchup. And the Hawks are favored to win. The game is in Atlanta. They have the advantage in that regard, along with the fact that they have the best overall player in Trae Young. On top of that, they have more experience, which matters a lot, especially in fans coming back. So in this scenario, I do have Atlanta defeating Charlotte in a high-octane offense. So that would leave the Cavs versus the Hawks. That game will be played in Cleveland. And at that point, Jared Allen is expected to return. And if he does, huge difference because of his impact, like I said before, especially Trae Young loving to utilize the pick and roll with him and Clint Capella. So it still won't be stopped, but it will be slowed much better compared to without Jared Allen being on the floor. And the Cavs, they had a record of 7-11 without Jared Allen, whereas when he does play, their overall record is 40-27. So Brooklyn will be the 7th seed, the Cavs will be the 8th seed. That's my prediction. On the other side in the Western Conference, we have the Timberwolves going up against the Clippers in Minnesota. Both teams have been playing well recently. The Minnesota Timberwolves have went 14-7 in their last 21 games, whereas LA, they are 6-1 their last 7 games. But the difference is Paul George is back. On top of that, they got Norman Powell in return as well. So that's 2 of their 3 best scorers coming back from injuries, and that's the difference in my opinion. The Clippers will win this game as they will overtake Minnesota for that 7th seed. And the loser, they will face the winner between the Pelicans or the Spurs. And the Pelicans, they have the advantage since it's played in New Orleans, and they have a better overall roster between Brandon Ingram and CJ McCollum. Zion has been making progress from his injury, but is not expected to play. And ever since they made the trade for CJ McCollum and Larry Nance, this team has been different overall. Their starting record of the season was awful, somewhere in the likes of 3-14. But New Orleans has been a different team ever since they made that trade. So in that regard, New Orleans will take care of business at home and defeat the Spurs, who will then face the Timberwolves for the final spot. And the Timberwolves, they have an overall better roster top to bottom, especially with their top 3 players between D'Lo, Anthony Edwards, and Cat. And we have seen what happened before with Cat going up against the Spurs, having career-high 60 points. So in the end, I do believe Minnesota, they will secure the final playoff spot, being the 8th seed and leaving the Spurs out of playoff contention. Let me know what you guys think down below, as that's all for now, you guys. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share with others, as I'll see you guys next time.